That's perfect. Welcome, everyone. This is the Technologies Now, episode number 5 now. We're just getting started here. This is Annalise Korowski, a real estate agent extraordinaire. Thank you for
Sure.
joining us today. Appreciate it.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
You're very welcome. We're looking forward to the conversation. But let's start with your journey. Your professional journey as a real estate agent. How'd you get started? Why? Give us your story. We want to hear it.
Yeah, so I, before real estate, had a personal training business. I was in that industry for quite a long time. Well, what it feels in my life, about like 5 to 7 years. But kind of got to the point where I was losing passion and then kind of got stuck. I just felt stuck. I needed more. I knew I could give more and I didn't know where to go. And so I was super lost and I was getting to the end of the year. It was like almost New Year's, I forget, like 3 years ago now, and scrolling on Instagram and saw this really pretty woman selling real estate. And I was like, sure, let's do that. Let's try it. And I literally got a course, got my license within like 2 months and started. That's literally how it happened.
Oh my gosh. Boom. So you're inspired to make a change. You thought this would
Yes.
be the right direction to go. And
Yes.
any regrets?
No, I always tell myself like, wow, I wish I would have gotten into this so much sooner. This fits me. I love it. I've truly found a passion.
Right.
But I don't think maybe if it would have come sooner, like when I lived in Chicago or just different parts of my life, I don't think I would have been ready for it. So I think it happened, like I was listening to the universe. The signs were given. The Instagram post was a sign.
that is that is it. The right message at the right time,
Yes.
catches us and you were ready for the message,
Yes,
obviously.
I was. I was definitely ready. I was very open. I was open to opportunities. I was open to have conversations. I was just looking for something. I knew what it was going to be when it presented itself.
Yes. That is awesome. And so what do you like best about what you do? And why you as a real estate agent extraordinaire, as I called you, when we started.
Absolutely. So I think what has been really important to me that has stayed true through all of my schooling in college, through my personal training to this is I truly love teaching. And I think what I didn't even know coming into real estate was that in personal training, I loved helping people discover how strong they were and that they could do so much more than they believed when they walked in when they first met me. I loved watching people achieve big goals, and buying a home is most people's biggest investment they're ever going to make, or they're always leveling up, or they're making huge life changes, they're having kids, they're growing, they're downsizing, their kids are out of the house. There's so many different life changes, and helping someone from their first purchase, their first sale, these like big firsts, and teaching them that process and making them feel comfortable and supported, and nothing isn't explained because like when I think about real estate and how in my head it's so simple, but when you give someone like a simple guide, they're like, oh my God.
Right, what do I
You're
do?
like, I got it, no worries. We'll go step by step. And it just, I love seeing them be like, okay, and making them feel comfortable to ask me questions. I love that teaching. Like that's what fulfills me in this, and seeing people go through sometimes very like sometimes buying a house or selling a house is fun, and sometimes it's a very difficult part in their life. And so helping them make it as stress free as possible, and just knowing when we get to a closing table, it's their just relief, like relief that they got there, and that the process wasn't grueling and the process didn't suck the whole time. Like that's right. You don't want
That's a
that.
good goal, making sure the process doesn't suck the whole time. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's one of our sound bites for this, I think, right there. We'll start.
Oh, good,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
good.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, cool. So, real estate. Real estate's awesome. I love real estate. I've
Yes.
been around real estate forever. I did. It's not. This is not about me, but I did mortgage lending way back in the day, and I've had my broker's license and work commercial and these sorts of things. The CBREs guys, and
Yeah.
have done all this work, and it put me in a very unique space right now that we jumped into this adventure that we're into. But again, this is not about me. It's about you. But I've got to ask the questions about like technology and these sorts of things. Um, has technology over the period of time? Actually, how long have you been in real estate now?
I technically got my license like 2 years and 6 months ago, but didn't really sell my first house until 6 months later. So I really see it as like only 2 years.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. But yeah, you obviously have figured out how to make this all work. Now,
Yes.
over that period of time, have you already seen technology change how you do work?
Um,
Or not really? It could be not really answer.
no, yeah, I'd say AI really became a thing. Like it was always kind of a thing, probably very quiet the last couple years, but I definitely feel like last year and this year, if you're not doing AI, like you're behind. If you're not learning how to do with it, like you're not getting with the times. I think that's a big thing. I think for saving time for not just real estate, but for like everybody, you can save so much time in
Right.
your day to
Yeah.
day and make your life so much easier. Like those nominal, like tasking tasks are now done for you. I think that's something that I've definitely in, um, included in my business. I would say one of the biggest things in my business though is social media. And I do see like a big no-no, a lot of agents that aren't getting on that.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Right.
one of the main things. Like it's probably the easiest thing when I go up against a listing presentation and I talk about the majority of my marketing is free on social media and I pay so little and it's almost like I if I want to pay and I want to post this really post that I'm excited about that I really like this house or something, then I can, but most of it's all free. It's all free,
Right.
it's all out there. You have to engage with people. It's not just something you don't just like make a post, not think about it, and hope it does well and goes viral. Like that's not how it works. Like there's a method, there's
Right.
systems, there's strategies, and I think that people have to get on that trend and they can use AI to really hone in their social media skills, which is 100% like where agents are going to want to sustain their pipeline. Like that is where they need to go. Like, sure, you can still call for sale by owners, for sure, you can still call expireds and door knock and all those things, but like I've never done it because you can utilize AI to help you figure out your niche, how to talk to your niche, how to have conversations, what to post
Yes.
about, all of these things. And just if you're not creative, become creative because you have
Right.
to,
Right.
right? Or if you don't know how, then you need to sell enough to pay someone that does it. Like
Yeah.
essentially, like it is the way it goes. But that's how I keep my pipeline full is making sure my social media is on point with communicating with my followers, communicating with people that I know. I mean, you also have to use it for your sphere, right? So it's not just like, oh, I'm inviting people that I've never met before. Like, sure, totally. I have met so many
Right.
people that I've never met before and sold homes to people I've never met before, or until then, but a lot of it is, I've met this person a couple times. I know they know me. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to keep up with their lives. I'm going to, keep like talking and
Just keep showing up. Right.
nurturing them, yeah,
Yeah.
and you see
Nurturing
them
them.
in person and you know what's going on in their life and they've been seeing you, so you create more of a relationship by not even trying. Like I
Right.
post and I now reached over 1,000. Well, there you go. I post
Right. Right.
make a post and reach over thousands of people. Well, those thousands of people I never had to have a conversation with, but they have been remembering me. So I think that's really important. But to do that, I've had to use AI a lot. But that's really the only, I honestly like other than like the regular technology for like contracts and
Right.
all that stuff. Sure, I use, but other than that, it's really just those two.
So that really works in your world, obviously, because I've
Yeah,
seen you on social media and you do videos and you do all kinds of things.
yeah,
That makes all the difference because it is right the exposure process. You just want to be,
big,
in
yeah,
front of your people, and it reaches all the other ones if you're consistent. And you seem to be. I'm not stalking you or tracking you necessarily on social media,
oh,
but
you're
you
not.
seem
That's so
you seem to
weird.
be. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll start doing that. Yeah. Well, I'll pick up the pace on that.
Oh,
Fine.
good.
Yes, I know. Come on. Right. No, that's definitely an advantage in real estate, and you can see, the realtors that are just dabbling in it and not good at
Yeah,
these sorts of things, you'll take business from them because you're the one that shows up. You're the one that's going to, add that extra value for,
yeah.
that listing. Yeah, I absolutely see that. So, along those lines, let's go 5 years down the road, or even 10, wherever you feel like it's going to change, or is it going to change? Is real estate going to change on how you deal with it, and how you find clients, and how clients find you, and how you find houses, or how the clients find houses themselves? Because I know that happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot, but if you have a
No,
thought on that.
I
Yeah.
gotta think about it. I
Yeah.
definitely, which what is funny is I typically thought when I first got into this that I didn't need to search for homes. That usually people come to you and say, I want to buy this house. Rarely does that happen. Like I do a lot of searching and by on my own. Like if I've always got at least a couple people that I need to search for something, whether it be something that's going to spark their interest to buy, or
Mhm.
they're looking right now, or they're looking for something very specific and they're waiting until that comes up. You're always looking. And I wonder if that's going to be easier using AI, because I know like the RE Colorado, Iris, like that's like the MLS for real estate agents, like where everything that is being sold is sold on there unless it's
There,
off
right.
market,
Yeah.
right? But there's some things on there that I can't filter by or aren't as easily filtered, that I could see more AI going into these systems. So like I could see in the next 5, 10 years the systems that we're using kind of evolving so that we're still using the same product, or maybe someone buys it out or whatever. But
Some version of it, right? Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna. I hope it changes, because I think there's a lot of room for improvement on the ways that we're doing it now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that I would say. And then I do think social media is going to stay true. I think that's going to be something that's going to stick around for a long time. I think it's just starting to like really burst. I don't even think we're at the peak of it. And some people say, "Oh, we've been here forever," but like I really can see more and more and more businesses just thriving on social media alone,
Yeah.
because it is so accessible. You can be of any education, you can be of any income, you can be of any type of person, no matter where you are in the world, you can start your own business and you can do it on social media.
Right.
So I think it's actually adding accessibility to so many people, which is really great, because a lot of things in our lives aren't accessible to everybody. And that's just
True.
how the
Right.
world works right now. So I do think that will continue to grow. I wonder if we'll see different types of social media, like maybe another platform. I have dabbled in YouTube a little bit. That's definitely like, it's doing it all is a lot. I totally understand people like hire social media managers and they
Right.
have these people
Yes.
helping them, because man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and it takes a lot of skill sets. So I wonder, where it'll go, if there's ever like a new, like we don't really know where TikTok is going, but if that sticks around, but maybe like a new, I don't
Just
know.
another platform. Maybe it's different.
Yeah, who
The feel of
knows?
it's
5, 10 years,
different.
everybody's trying to make something new, something always
Yeah.
sticks, something always gets big. And yeah, I wonder also where AI will also grow. People always talk about like AI taking your jobs, right? I don't foresee that happening everywhere in everyone's jobs for sure, because there is like when you call, right, a call center, or you have to call like your roofing company, you want to talk to somebody, right? Everybody wants to talk to somebody. No one wants to talk to an automated message. Like I
No, we don't.
hate it,
Right.
right? I much rather talk to you. I don't know who it is, but I want to talk to somebody. So
Right.
there's this need for connection, for answers in business, and to connect with people that AI isn't going to be able to replicate, because I feel like it's always going to be you're going to be able to tell. You're going to be able to, right? Like we're already seeing that when we have AI images. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not real. That can't be real.
Right. Right.
Right? So I wonder. I wonder where it's going to go. I wonder.
Yeah. No, we don't even know, right? I mean, it could
Yeah.
be a version of anything, something more immersive. I was thinking back to what you're talking about in searching for houses, and like we have ways to, and it could do this. I don't know how these two things would attach, but I always think of you could just describe something or have your client describe it, and
Yeah.
you take the transcripts or whatever it is, and you just put it into the system. Say this is what they're looking for. Interpret the whole thing and look for the houses for them, and send them to me first so I can send them to them. That'd be a
Yeah.
great way. It would just look at the houses and know the areas maybe, or and then think beyond it. Right? You go this other area you haven't looked at hasn't been popular, but it's something's changed.
Yeah.
Something went in. I don't know. I mean, they put in a new community center or whatever's important to them. that's
Yeah.
close by, and all of a sudden that changes the parameters of what they were talking about, and you don't have to follow every little bit of it. You have their what they were after, and maybe you refresh that,
Yeah.
every so often. I don't know. That's some of the things I think of.
I try to use it. I've actually just recently tried to use it. Might have been today or yesterday. On so I film a lot of home tours, and I do have to just search all the time, right? Because I don't want to just see what somebody else has done a home tour online. I want to find my own listings. There's new listings literally every day. So, but you can't just sit there and like look at every single one. So I did try to type in what I'm looking for in ChatGPT. Very descriptive. Like the more descriptive you are, the better answer you're
Right, the
gonna
better it
get.
is, better
And I'm
prompt.
still not, it's still not hitting yet. Like
Yeah.
getting me the properties that I'm looking for, and I'm actually finding them on my own. It takes longer, but I'm finding the property that's actually fitting, doing it myself. So I think that's where we're missing it in real estate too, is like doing that exactly, that same thing.
Right. Yeah, no, it's not quite there. I know I use Google Lens for things to try to figure out, where I saw this picture. This thing is really cool. I want to know what the brand is. I want to know what it is, and it's maybe 20% accurate to find what that I can't remember what I looked for last. It was like a chair or something, and it couldn't.
Yeah.
It found other pictures of the chair, but it wasn't quite the same thing. It wasn't the brand. I don't know, but it's so close. It's gotten better. I feel like it got better and then it got a little bit worse when they did something to it to pull it back. But I feel like that will move into the future where you just kind of describe it. You have a picture of something or paint the
Ah,
picture if you can describe it, and then, it'll find this thing for you wherever it is in the world, right?
yeah.
So I don't know. That's just one application, of course, of AI.
I would I would definitely say like I realized that I needed to a weakness was mine was using AI in my business, and I always was like I never really wanted to, like other than like helping me find more data
Right.
or like so much faster. I really liked that. That was also something that was like very quick for me for newsletters or just like researching certain markets, neighborhoods, stuff like that before listing presentations or just staying up to date with
Right.
knowledge like that. I use Manus a lot for that, but I was really resistant for the most part in thinking that like I can do this better myself. But I did notice that that was something that I was going to have to learn. And I'm still learning, so I think I'm just scratching the
Right.
surface on how to use. I think I use AI probably in the most basic ways.
No, that's all right. At least you're using
Get
it,
us there
right?
somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, and I find that it directs me to where I need to go for more information. It doesn't find
Yeah.
everything, but it gets me in the right
Yeah.
path, and then I can ask a better question or a better prompt. And with the better
Yes.
prompt comes better
Yes.
information, right? So, yeah,
Yes. Absolutely. I
yeah.
use it to help me write descriptions for events. A lot of descriptions. A lot of like. This is what I want to say. These are all the topics. Or if I'm having a hard time explaining something to a client and my words aren't working, and it's a jumbled mess, but the ideas are there, but they need to be
Right, right.
connected. That definitely helps a ton when I'm explaining things like that. So yeah,
Interesting. So, AI 25 years down the road, is it going to be something amazing or something scary? What are your thoughts on that?
I could also
Not
see
to
it
go
being.
not to go conspiracy, but just
Yeah,
want to throw it out
no,
there.
I could for sure see it to be something scary. I don't necessarily want. I hope that AI stays as a tool for us, for humans, to do their jobs, their lives, whatever, better. I don't want to see it taking over. Like, I think it would be bad for one, our economy if we have people out of jobs because AI takes us over, right? We don't need that. We don't
Right.
want our unemployment rate going up. Like, that's
No.
not good for us. The job market really matters. It also really affects real estate, right? So we don't really want that. I hope it just stays as like a tool that improves everybody's quality of work, quality of life. But yeah, I could
Yeah,
see
that
some
makes
really
sense.
bad things. There's some bad stuff out there that I have read and seen that I don't know about.
Yes. Yeah. I hope none of that comes true.
I know.
It's a little scary, but until then, it's going to be a great ride. I'll tell you that because it's just
Yeah.
going to get better, right? We'll get to the point where cars can drive themselves if you don't feel like driving. I still hope I'm able to drive my own car when I want to, when we get to that point. But the intelligent cars, there's going to be the AI intelligence behind that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just want it to take you home or drive you across country to where you want to be for something else. So I don't
That'd
know.
be great. I fall asleep while driving, so like that to me is
Oh,
pretty
yeah, that could be very helpful. It could save your life. Annalise, it may save
completely
your
saved
life
my life.
someday.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Well, let's switch gears. Tell us something interesting about yourself that you want to share.
Ooh, I guess I could just say tidbits.
Oh, tidbits is fine. Yeah.
I am an avid reader. I love, love, love to read. Everyone I talk to about it will, throw out books or they'll be like, oh, do you read this? Do you read this? And maybe like self-help or like self-development. And like, I can't do any of it. Real literature, I will not read. I am an avid romantasy reader, so it was romance and fantasy, and that's it. I will not read anything else. My dad's been trying to get me to read like books on financial freedom and all these things, and I'm nope. Reading is a place where I escape, where I
Right.
have fun. Yeah, so I love to do that. I have a bunch of plants by me you can't really see, but I'm a rare plant collector. I love rare tropical indoor plants.
So
Yes.
name one for us. I don't know if I would know any of them, but tell me about one that would be a rare tropical indoor or tropical plant.
Let's say like not well, the rare tropical plant world I would say has become more accessible because now a lot of these plants that were really hard to get are in like Lowe's, Home Depot, some of these stores, like
Okay.
a lot
Yeah.
of alocasias. There are more types of like philodendrons that are more widely known, and then there's a lot of I don't want to call them breeders, but like growers that breed some of these really cool hybrids. But I think it's cool. I go to little conventions, or I like to come across them, so that's fun.
That is interesting. Yes.
Other interesting things about me. I mean, it's not necessarily interesting, but like fitness is a huge part of my life. It always has been. I've done bodybuilding shows to CrossFit competitions. I played sports very competitively when I was younger. So that's definitely something that's really strong in my life, I would say. Yeah.
That's interesting. That is
Those are
interesting.
only, I don't really know anything else interesting. Work, I do real estate, I work out, I hang out with my dogs, I read.
Right. And you have plants. So
And I have
obviously.
plants.
Cool
And
plant. Cool plants. Sorry, cool plants.
that I also forget to water, just like everybody else.
Oh, okay. Well, you get busy, right? I mean, that's
You
kind of how
do.
it goes.
You do.
Yes. Yes. Well, awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here, but do you have any words of wisdom for people jumping into the real estate business or any business of their own?
I was just talking to a mentee about this. Especially specifically real estate. Actually, you can probably apply this everywhere. When you're getting into your own business and you are an entrepreneur, it's your business. It's going nowhere unless you do. And no one's going to give you leads. No one's going to give you clients. So if that's not something you're interested in, then get away. Then do not even try.
Right.
Because unless you're willing to put your head down, do the work, you're not going to get anything out of it. No one's going to hand anything to you. No one's going to tell you to get up. No one's going to tell you to do that thing you don't want to do. So if you don't have that drive, if you want to do this, you have to find it somewhere.
That is great advice.
A little harsh, but I just talked to somebody about it.
Tell us how you really feel about it. Yes,
Yeah.
you totally did right there. So awesome. Well, that's going to be a wrap on the Technologies Now podcast number 5. I don't know if I named it when we jumped into it, but this is our 5th
Yeah.
one that we've done. So, Annalise, thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank
We
you so
definitely
much for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Absolutely.
And we'll cut it there, but we're still connected. I'll